Shalom, our dear friends, and welcome to Parasha Vayikra and the beginning of months of Nisan. And you know that Torah says that this Nisan always need to be at the beginning of the year, at the spring, because as the plants and the nature sprouts, so does the Jewish nation. They sprout, and our freedom, the month of our freedom, is in this great month of rejuvenation of nature, and begins with the book of Vayikra. So I want to dedicate this talk to two great people, Daniel Karim ben Ishaq, the father of our dear friend, Mr. Habushe, and also to a dear friend that passed away, and it's his Shelushim, Mr. Rabbi Banafsha. And these are two really great people among us. And as we see this week Parasha, so much talk to them as really great examples. So what is this Vayikra? Vayikra is a book at the middle of Torah. Is a middle book. It's called, the name of it is calling. Such a beautiful thing, calling. And by the way, Islam, they got the name of Quran from Vayikra. They wanted to get the central book of Judaism and put it the name of their holy book. And you know, Quran is a lot of way copy of Torah, with the exception that they do not have the oral Torah. I've said that many times, that what are the difference between Islam and Judaism. On one of them, which I've said before, is that in Torah it says justice shall you follow all the days of your life, means the way and the means and the end has to be both justice. In Quran they said, so long as you do something which is for good, if your goal is just, then you don't need to worry about the process. By the way, this explained why the government of Iran took all the wealth of the nation to create industry to kill other people and destroy the world, and they ultimately want to build an atomic bomb to be able to kill many people, because what they believe they will achieve at the end, which is the word of Islam, then it's okay if you kill any innocent people along the way, because it's all about the end, and the means doesn't matter. So that's one of the interesting points before we start. But what is Vayikra? If you were a teacher, English teacher, and somebody would have written this book, you would flunk them. How can a book start by saying and a book doesn't start with and he called him and Hashem talked to Moshe. Who's calling who? So all the Mefarashim, everybody says it's Hashem is calling to Moshe, and then Hashem talks to Moshe. That's very, very beautiful. Vayikra is a endearment. It's someone that you really love so much. Vayikra, you call them. There's a calling which is full of love. And all the Chazanim, as much as I've researched, everyone, they indicate that it is Hashem calling on Moshe, and then Hashem talks to Moshe. If that's the case, first of all, that's very beautiful. It shows the love of Hashem toward Moshe. But I have one problem with that. If that is the only thing that we're reading, so we're reading a piece of history. But we know that Torah is much greater than history. Actually, Shimon Bar Yochai, the author of Kabbalah, says that if you think that Torah is a history book, you're very, very wrong, and it does not describe it in a nice way. So the Torah is a living book. So if we start a book by saying very strange way to start the book, Hashem wants to tell us something very big. And so what I'm about to tell you is my own creation, but it's completely 100% checks with every Torah philosophy and understanding. And I believe that this is definitely one way we can describe Torah. I've also checked that with many rabbis, and they all not only, they don't have any problem with it, they love this idea which I am going to share with you. And what I propose is that it is Moshe calling on Moshe. And because Hashem sees a person is so interested, so curious to be the best he can be, then Hashem comes and talks to Moshe. And if you think about it like that, then now it becomes a living Torah, because it talks to us every day that this is how we can have the master of the universe, the creator of the universe, so close to us, a very close, loving relationship. Is that, so what is it? You know that according to Torah, all of us are made of really two parts. These two parts, one is our potential, what we're capable of achieving, and one is actual, what we live, the daily life. And Torah over and over is coming to say that, are you living the life of your potentials, or are you just mediocre? That's why Torah says Abraham, Abraham. It says Moshe, Moshe, because these are two people that they have reached their ultimate, and they potentials and actual are becoming the same. So what in this big parasha is Moshe calling upon Moshe, that Moshe, are you living the life you're meant to be? Are you living your purpose? And Hashem loves that and talks to him. Actually, one of the very interesting poetry, Persian poetry, it talks about a night that he says mirror and casket, and he said she's saying in this poetry that I will have a night of mirror, I will do that, and whatever parts of me is dead, I will take it out of me. And in the morning you will see the caskets are taken out of my being, and the me, which is truly me, comes to life, and all the garbage goes away, which is a very, very interesting way of looking at life. And how do we get to this place that we can call upon ourselves? Exactly the past 2 weeks. The past two parasha, if we put it together, then we see how we can get to this very lofty place that we're so close to Hashem, and Hashem talks to us. The last two parasha one is Vayikra, so that all of us come together. What Hashem does not want is that in one hand we pretend something, in the other hand we are not. Hashem wants all of us come together and pekudei and put it together. And these two people that I mentioned at the beginning, and they may have great elevation, is that they were able to be a whole person. Their personalities, what they did and who they were, was inside and outside the same thing. All of their being, they have come together, and they have called upon themselves to be the best they can be in every way, and they were trying for potentials and actuals become the same. And pekudei, then he says, then that's how you put it together. My prayer, my hope is that for all of us in this coming month of Pesach, the month of sprouting, let's sprout in a way that we never have. Let's have a new beginning of the year like we never have. Let's look into all of our whole being to see what is dead, what doesn't work, what stops us from achieving our greatness, and be close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, our purpose in life, and remove all those things. As we clean our houses for Pesach, it is cleaning inside of us. As we clean the whole house, we're cleaning ourselves and be pure in a way that we put all our purity, every aspect of us together, and that creates an environment of endearment with Hashem, and He talked to us. Shabbat Shalom.